Okay, we're gonna try this again. All right. I can't seem to win. Um, Yay. If we keep getting cut off, please, all my friends out there that do know me and know me on this right now, don't call me. Don't call me in the middle of the broadcast, please, because it makes things terribly difficult. Um, all right, so check it out. I'm gonna try to keep this super short and sweet, and like I was saying, I know there's been some confusion with everything with the tour. Please show us a little bit of grace, just because we're trying to really work hard to make this all happen. And it is the first time that we've added, a talent agent and a manager to everything. And there's a lot of things that are out of my control, and I'm kind of in the same boat that you're in. Um, and also adding all these new cities it's very difficult to just plan it out and manage all of that. So, um, you know, with the confusion around the tour and the dates and some of the moving of the shows and whatnot, everything that has happened, like I said, has really been out of my hands and out of my control for the most part. So we're trying to kind of ebb and flow and adapt to some of the information that we're getting. And the communication has been a little bit difficult for us to get from the team. So trust me, I have plans on making some bigger changes coming up. Just got to get through all these shows first. And I've got a great team helping out with everything in Europe as well. So things are going to smooth out here. With regards to shows, I got a lot of these questions written down already, and I want to go through those. I'm probably not going to answer every single one just because I don't know that I can get through all of that. I might break Periscope or something. But I do want to make sure that, like, you guys, you know where to get that information. I was saying this before. Go to createchange.me and register. There's a form on there that you can get into for the EOEX tour, and then they're actually breaking down forms for like individual, like the runs themselves and stuff. So there's a lot of information that you can find on those on the forums for sure. And what I want to help do with this Periscope is, not only kind of clear the air and clarify some things and kind of eradicate the confusion, but I want to make sure that you guys all know where do you get your information, because I love all the help we're getting from everybody, but like obviously this is no competition. Who knows what is most important here is that we all get together so we can enjoy this time and have these EOE experiences and stuff, and meet up at these shows. And so with so much conflict and confusion with all of the different information coming from every place, all these different places, I think causes a lot of strife and a lot of frustration. So, for me, there's a couple places you can go to get that information. Like I said, you get the forums on createchange.me, right? Just register, and you can join the EOEX Tour forum. We have a Facebook for the Euro tour through Music of the Future, and it's the EOEX Tour Facebook page. I will post that here shortly. I know there's a lot of other people helping out in other areas, but right now, like, I want to centralize everything. So here we go. We also have a Twitter that we started that the Create Change team is going to be taking over and monitoring. Okay, this will be for all your updates and your info and things you need. Okay, this is direct communication with my team and with my colleagues that are literally a part of my camp. Okay, so and also along with the Kylers as well. So so I want you all to follow, and I'm going to post this stuff so you know, but I want you also to follow at EOE Experience, and I think we're going to do some really cool stuff with that too as well, working with I've been talking a lot with Amelia about some stuff, and she's been awesome. We've got some really creative ideas to utilize the Twitter handle at EOEXPERIENCE, EOE Experience. It's like a spelling bee. It was awesome. Follow that. because the team will be monitoring that, and you'll be able to get a lot of updates right away that way. Or you can go to the forums again on createchange.me, and that's how we're going to start doing this. So, all right. So let's get through some of these questions. And I see all of you. Thank you. Yes, I see. So will Kyler be at some of the shows? Yes. Our focus is to have Kyler at as many as she can be. Obviously, she can't be at two places at once. That's why even with the VIP tickets, it says in the top tier that it's subject to availability and stuff like that. But everything we've planned so far, there are our intention is to have her at all of those, and as we near the dates and stuff like that, we'll be able to let you know. Like I know on the West Coast right now, they don't plan that far out with scheduling and stuff, so it's like we don't have all that. But with the West Coast, I know that she's at Portland, she's Seattle, she's at San Francisco, she's gonna be at both shows now in LA. The only one that's a question mark is the Hermosa show, which leads me to the Hermosa show. So the Hermosa Beach show, we are going to. I'm actually gonna keep it on the books, and we were gonna move it back at one point, and there was just too much confusion. So I just finally was saying to my team, said, "Look, let's just keep it, okay." And I think I'm going to turn it into an acoustic show and literally make that like a very special show. That one in particular, me and my guitar. And that's pretty much going to be it. So for all of you, though, because of that confusion, all of you that have tickets to the Hermosa Beach show, with the question mark over, with Kyler maybe being there or not being there, your VIPs, if you want to have them switched over to the LA shows on the 10th or 11th, that works as well. And also, I'd like to offer anybody that has bought a ticket to that Hermosa show, you're going to get a 2-for-1, okay? And what we're going to do is we're going to give you a general admission ticket over to the Swing House. So on either the 10th or 11th. What I need you guys to do is, if you have purchased, those tickets, then make sure that you hit us up, on the Create Change and all that, and we'll figure all that out for you. Okay, just show proof of your purchase for Hermosa, and we're gonna hook it up. All right, here we go. So. I'm looking this thing down. Vegas is moved. Okay, I do believe it's postponed, but it's moved to April 27th. That's what I've been told by my team. And I am waiting for an actual legitimate confirmation on that specific date. I know it's been talked about. I know there's an offer. I know that it's all happened. I'm just waiting for a final from my team. So. I do know it's postponed, and it's supposed to be the 27th of April, along with Pub Rock, which is 28th, and then I think we're going to round it out with a show in LA again on the 29th because of the routing there. Let's see here. I got more stuff, lots. All right. Let's see. All right. Rocks Off in New York. Okay, that is going to be one of the coolest shows on the planet in NYC. And sorry for the confusion again. This is not us doing this. There's just, it's a lot going on, and I've got to wait on the team and everybody else to come back and tell me what's going on. I'm not directly involved with it like I was last year. This is all it's out of my hands, literally. But just so you know, NYC is all ages. In fact, I went back to my agent again, and I hit him up. I said, hey, you told me this is what it was. I need to see this. He went to them, and I went and checked the site this morning. If you look in the upper right corner in blue, it says all ages. I know in the fine print below it says 21 plus, but that's because they normally run 21 plus and they don't do all ages. They're making one exception right here, right now for EOE, for you, so we can all go jump on a boat, which is gonna be awesome. Come on, and and play a freaking concert. We're all gonna go on a boat together. How cool is that? It's crazy. Make sure you get your tickets to that. That's gonna be a really, really special EOE experience. The Pittsburgh show. So I'm gonna get into all this. I appreciate you saying that. Let's see here. So I got my computer because I got like all this stuff going on and the team helping out. So let's just see. I'm going through my emails. I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find it for you. All right. Somewhere. I'm still gonna look through my emails. There's a ton of them. Okay. So. It's like when you want that email, like right at the top, and you don't have it. Okay. All right. Here we go. Okay. So rundown on the shows here, and with Pittsburgh as well. So here we go. Portland is 21 plus. Okay, that's for sure. Seattle, El Corazon, all ages. Slims in San Francisco, all ages. Swing House Studios is all ages. I know there's not a lot of information on that that show, and the reason being there is that it's a newer venue. It's going to be a really cool show as well. Just so you all know, like that's one to make sure you're at, either the March 10th or 11th. We're going to have that massive LED screen. The Swing House is really excited, but the Swing House was a recording studio and a rehearsal studio. I mean, it still is. But they're trying to now break more into this new idea of doing more live events at night. So, and actually having live concerts. And so we're kind of, I wouldn't say we're the guinea pig, but we're a part of that kind of this newer thing. And so they're still trying to line out things like tickets and all that. That's why there's no information on the Pledge Music thing. We're trying to help them with that. And if it continues to kind of like be confusing, I might just set up my own Eventbrite tickets, and I'll just buy off both of those, and you guys can we can do it that way because it's really simple. So I want to simplify things for you, but I'm really stoked to be working with them on that. It's gonna be an amazing show. We got some really cool things coming, and it's a smaller, more intimate venue. That's why there's two of them back to back. We want to pack those places out, and it's an opportunity for you guys to, be really kind of front and center and close with all of us, and so we can enjoy that experience together. So Swing House is all ages. That's March 10th and 11th, right? Now, the other thing is that I know on the 10th it says it's going to be an acoustic show. We're not going to do an acoustic show. I'm letting you know now. But what I will do is add in some acoustic performance from myself. But City of Sound's going to be full band. Everyone else going to be full band. And like I said, that Hermosa Beach show, that will be an acoustic show. That'll be the legitimate acoustic show, just me. All right? Moving on. I totally just stuck my tongue out. All right. So St. Rock in Hermosa Beach, that is a 21 plus. Okay? Nothing we can do about that because it's like a legitimate bar, and there are rules in the state of California, and we don't want to see them get shut down or something go wrong. We want to support them too. So that is a 21 plus. Pittsburgh, Hard Rock. I'm super excited about this show. Okay, that is. I'm looking at information over here. That's why I'm looking this way. That is going to be in all ages. There is with one little stipulation, which you guys are used to this. You have to be, if you're under 21, you have to be accompanied by an adult that's 25 years or older. Okay, so make sure you bring a friend or brother, or I don't know, not a stranger. It's kind of weird, but bring somebody that is 25 years or older. Okay, if you are under 21, so that you can come join us and come have some fun. All right, so New York, I already told you guys, that is a I think they're gonna have wristbands, is my understanding, or something like that, for 21 plus. But it is an all ages show. I already went over that. This is the longest Periscope ever. Okay, so that is all ages. Get your tickets, okay? We're gonna straighten all this stuff out. We are straightening it out right now. Straight as narrow. It's working. We're getting there. We're doing good. Okay. Baltimore. That is an all ages show as well. So. Okay. Teaneck, New Jersey, the Debonair Music Hall. That is going to be an 18 plus. All right. And all this stuff that I'm talking about too, I'm gonna confirm everything that I'm talking about, so you don't have to listen back and watch this whole long feed thing again. But we're gonna literally just start putting all this stuff out. Once again, createchange.me, register, get on the form for the EOE X Tour. That's gonna be your #1 place to get information. Number 2, you got at EOE Experience. Follow that on Twitter. There's gonna be constant updates and stuff coming through that, like all the time. Okay, we're not gonna follow a bunch of people on that or anything like that. I'm not running it. There are times I might jump on it, but basically, our team, our Create Change team, is going to step up and help out with it to make sure that you guys are getting the information you need right away, so we can stop the confusion. Okay, so the best way that any of you can help out with this situation, too, if you want to help and give information, instead of giving the information and trying to say, hey, I know this, I know that, direct everybody back to the Twitter or to Create Change forum. It'd be better to send them a registration link to the Create Change forum than to put it, in your own words, just because that's when things, you remember that little game where you'd whisper something, you'd start, and you'd whisper it in someone's ear, and then they would pass it along. You could try to see if you get all the way down to the end and still have the same thing said, and it never works, barely. That's kind of the same thing. With social media stuff, it's a powerful tool. It's amazing, but at the same time, it's also, it can cause a lot of commotion and confusion and frustration for people because of all the information coming out from different places and different sources. And remember, we also had the Facebook page for that's being run for the EOE X Tour. I think it has like 49 followers right now. We're gonna continue to grow it. If you have a Facebook page that you're doing for fan stuff, I know like in Europe and everything, you guys should be following the EOE X page. Okay. All right. So let's see. Nashville is an all ages show. Okay. And Vegas, of course, is going to end up being 21 plus, and Scottsdale is all ages. So we've really done a good job, and the team's done a really good job of making sure that as many of you can come that are underage and be there and still rock out with us. So make sure you guys get there. I know there was other questions, so I'm going to do a couple more things here real quick. I want to address, and then the rest, like I said, we're going to do offline. But let's see here. There are going to be some local bands at some of these venues. Some of that, typically I'm supposed to be able to, sign off on some of these bands, but some of these venues, you know what I'm talking about, venues or promoters. Some of them have decided to add local bands without my approval, and I'm going to get after that. Because that is supposed to be in my hands, and I'm supposed to know who's going to be on. A lot of these bands I don't know. And to be honest with you, I'm not really impressed. So I'm going to try to start fixing that next. At the same time, try to rehearse and make sure that I got this thing down pat for you, that we, our team, and we're all ready to go. Venues. Yeah. Promoters. My agent. All right. So I'm going to go through those too. So there are going to be some local bands and stuff, which I'm excited about. Look, I love music, but it's got to be good. You know what I'm saying? Anyways. Okay. Detroit, Chicago. Look, I apologize about that. Here's the bigger issue that we ran into. Okay. Not only being the first time that we're doing this, but, as an indie artist, you're trying to, you got to make business sense out of this so you can continue to do it. You know, no one's out there. Like, I don't walk away from these things. Like last year, I think I walked away from everything we did and all the travel because it's so expensive and everything. And I know you guys all pay a lot of money to be a part of these things, but like, I think I walked away like $2,000 in my pocket after the whole year. Because some were still at a loss. I'd go play a show, you know, and yeah, we would make money and this, that, but it's like, it's a lot. That's why you got big labels and stuff, you know, and that's why you hear about all these bands that are stuck in these contracts, and they're like, you know, even with the big labels, you know, they have to pay everything off that they've spent on that tour. It's very expensive to get around the country or across the world and do these things, and that's what limits us from being able to come over to places like, you know, like if we want to go to South America, if we want to go to Australia and places like that. I mean, it takes a lot of planning. So with Detroit and Chicago, the issue there was the routing, and you know, we have to consolidate and bring these shows together, because I can't be like, okay, I'm going to be in LA, then let's go to Chicago. Okay, wait, let's go to Toronto, and then, you know what, let's go down to Florida. And it's like that all costs a lot of money. That's why we try to stack them all close and put them together so that it makes business sense. Okay, and you know, I apologize that I didn't want to launch the tour and put it out there until we had every single show lined out. I was getting a lot of pressure to put them out internally, you know, and I was promised that a week later I was going to have the rest of my shows. Well, guess what? I didn't have the rest of my shows, and all of a sudden we were chasing our tail trying to figure everything out. And I actually tried to push back the Midwest to later in the year, which is what we're going to do, okay? Along with the whole thing with, you know, if there's interest in Canada, we're going to be up in Canada as well, but like, I'm going to push back the Midwest till like the fall, okay? Because I want to do it legitimate, I want to do it right, I want to do it out, like I want it to be organized. I want this to be more organized than anything, and I know it's been anything but, which is what really drives me mad. But, so those are going to be pushed back, you know? Just so you know too, I try to get those things taken down like when they first went up. And once again, a lot of that is out of my hands. I can't like there's the only thing I can do is change the EOE website, you know. I can't go push buttons, I can't break into offices or you know, hack computers and you know, pull things down when I want to. So all right. I was talking a lot about that. What else? This is the longest Periscope ever. Let's see. Kyler. Okay. The VIPs. That's what will be happening on the day of the shows because we have a very tight routing schedule. It will happen before. I just talked to the VIP team. We're getting everything lined out, like what it's going to look like, where they're going to be held at. You know, it's going to be in the venue. It's going to be outside of the venue. Right, you know, it will definitely be close to the venue if it's not at the venue. And we're working on the times and everything, so you guys will all start seeing that information come to you through 23/7 Global. Okay, you'll start to receive emails this week, especially for the West Coast, you know. So just keep an eye out for that. It'll be the day of, and probably, you know, around like I would say a few hours before the doors open, so like, you know, 3 p.m. or so. Make sure you guys are around there. You'll get that info. I promise it's coming this next week right away, okay? I'm trying to read your thing here. It'll be okay. Thanks, Angeles. Angelo, you're the best, man. Okay. Let's see. What else? Okay, so look, with Kyler on the East Coast real quick. So once again, you know, they don't they don't put out scheduling for that, obviously, like this far in advance, you know. So we have to kind of wait until those schedules are coming, but they're, you know, even her shows have been made aware of the fact that, you know, these are our tour dates and stuff, so they're trying to work with us as best as they can, but obviously, you know, that's got to take first position. But I do want to say that, you know, she will definitely, we do know that for sure right now, okay, she'll definitely be in New York, at NYC, and she'll definitely be at Baltimore because of the long weekend. That's why I can say that. Does not mean she's not going to be at the other ones. But just those are the ones that I know for a fact, because one's on the weekend and then one's right before the long weekend. So we're able to confirm those as like right now. All right? Yay. Okay, got that covered. I got a few more little things, and then I'm gonna someone asked about Tinseltown. I do want to bring this up. I thought it was pretty cool. Someone asked, "Is that little laugh in the track on Tinseltown? Is that one of my daughters?" And yes, it was a good catch. It is. It's actually Talon. So there you go. Little fun fact for you. She loves every time it comes on. She has like the biggest smile in the world. It's so awesome. Okay, let's see. I feel like there's a few more things that I want to kind of talk about. Okay, show times. Show times. We're going to be posting all of these again. Once again, EOE X Tour forum. On Create Change, we'll have a lot of this stuff as well. But just so you know, show times, are roughly generally going to be around 7 p.m. The biggest one I know of is New York, the Rocks Off one. Make sure it's 6 p.m. and you got to be there a little bit early. So you want to be there even earlier than 6 p.m. Because it's a boat, right? You can't swim to it. You got to make sure you're on the boat. And if you're not on the boat by 6 p.m., or I think it even says something like 5 minutes before, then it takes off. That's it. There's nothing we can do. We've got to wave at you from the boat. So make sure you're on time to that. But like the LA show, I know there's not a lot of information on that with Swing House, so I'm going to let you guys all know. The doors will open at 6 and the show will be at 7. Doors open at 6 p.m. Show starts at 7 p.m. Okay? Once again, with those VIPs, for Hermosa, hit up 23/7 Global. If you have the top tier package and you want to shift it over to the Swing House studio, since we know Kyler will definitely be there, and there's still a question mark around Hermosa Beach, we'd love to help you with that and transfer that over. So just hit up the 23/7 Global email, and they will get on that ASAP. All right. So everything else. Did I miss something? Yes, merch. Thank you for bringing that up. Yes, you can still buy tickets for the Hermosa Beach show. I'm going to talk about the merch here in a second. I know they had postponed it for a second. And once again, I have to get my information from my team, and I got to be honest, it has been the most difficult thing to get that information. So, like I said, there'll be some changes coming, because I'm not going to keep doing this. I expected a lot more. I thought this would be so much better this year. I thought there's no way in 2018 I'm gonna be dealing with this kind of craziness, that I did last year. Because last year we flew, like flying by the seat of our pants. That's not what EOE stands for. That's not what my brand does. And I've been very frustrated with this team, to be honest with you, because they're not getting me the information I need. And I actually email after email where I put something out, and they're like, hey, what's going on with this? Hey, I need to know about this. Hey, I need, because the fans need this. And it's just like it falls on deaf ears. It's like they don't answer me. So, we're finally getting some of those answers now, and getting things figured out. And sometimes, though, also for them, I don't want to make them out to be the bad people. Sometimes they're not getting the answers they need. Okay, and everyone's kind of in this waiting pattern. So this holding pattern, I guess. Back to the merch, real quick. So. And we are going to have some new merch. We're going to have a couple new shirts. We have we got some really good music. I mean, like, whole nother level. And I want to clear something up about the Lost Transmission album, actually, and then we'll get into the whole merch thing. Here's the deal. The album, yeah, I know we all been waiting for this thing to come out forever. Well, here's kind of the thing. Once again, I'm not, backed by some label. I don't have millions and millions of dollars to just go back in the studio and go cut a bunch of tunes. Basically, what has happened over the last 2 years, in trying to meet your demands and also just, the excitement that I have in trying to release everything, I've kind of, what we've done, we've broken it up. And as I've been growing as an artist, it's like instead of releasing a whole album, we've been releasing the EPs and then a single and an EP and singles. And so now I'm running out of songs, but we're going to keep doing more new ones. So the idea now is instead of releasing an actual album, is that we're going to continue to release EPs, okay? And then after we released like all of the songs via, broken down, that way you can get the songs sooner. Otherwise, it's got to sit there and do this whole radio promotion thing and everything else and marketing thing. What happens is you guys then get, then we'll do like a collector's album and bring them all together. And, all the EPs, and then we'll add some bonus tracks in there that no one's ever heard. So, what will be coming out eventually, I did sign an awesome radio promotion deal and everything, and for distribution, and so we're going to have the Lost Transmission EP. But all of those songs, if you are like jonesing for some new music, then you need to be at these shows, because guess what? I'm playing every single one of those songs live, and we got some of the coolest, most amazing videos for that LED wall. And we can't take the LED wall to every single show because not every venue will allow it to happen, but we will have that at the majority of our shows. Definitely in LA, definitely in San Francisco. It'll be a part of that. We have something for Seattle as well. The thing is heavy; it's hard to get around. And then of course on the East Coast we'll have it and everything like that. So with regards to those songs, there are 6 new songs coming at you, and come out to the show and hear them. Get to know the words there. You want to be cool, that's the way to be cool. Like, I don't know why I said that, but like, whatever, I did. Come to the show. You gotta see these songs. I'm telling you. No, I know there's been this confusion and stuff, but please, 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 you are gonna feel terrible if you do not go to these shows and don't experience this. Okay? This is the launch. We're growing pains, and I understand. You gotta show me a little grace here. Work with me on this. And there is no way any of these other shows are gonna be changing. Everything that's happened here in the U.S. For the U.S. so far, those shows are staying put. They will not change. So, look, if you're over it or you're concerned about it and you still can't buy a ticket, I don't know what to tell you. Other than, I'm sorry, because you're gonna miss out, and I really don't want you to miss out, because this isn't just about the music. This isn't just about me. I like to get out of the way of the music. This is about you. This is about you. It's about us coming together. Okay? And so, this is your opportunity to shine, your opportunity to come and enjoy something and, be inspired. I mean, City of Sound's killing it. I've been listening, and they're killing it too. Come join us and be a part of these shows. We're putting these on for you. Kyler's going out of her way to be at all these things. It's do you know the girl is not only a mother of 3, but she is straight up, she is think about this. She works 5 days a week, pretty much. She works, 12, 14, 16-hour days. And then she's going to go out of her way on these weekends and stuff for these shows and fly down and then turn around and fly back so she go back to work. I mean, she's sacrificing a lot to make this happen for you, to be a part of these things. And so, if you miss that, look, you want to go to the big conventions and stuff and all those things, cool, do that. You should, but this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. This isn't just shaking hands or saying hi. This is a chance to actually be at an event, do something with Kyler and myself, and that's pretty cool to see her sing, to see another talent that she has. I just think you'd be crazy if you don't find yourself going on these shows personally. That's just me. So, shows will stay and remain the same. The merch, we've got a couple new shirts that we are doing. The merch will not be on Shopify. I am also fixing that. Just so you know, if you want any of this new merch, we have some cool bandanas that we're doing to write love on arms. That organization is going to be bringing some volunteers in. They're going to be selling some bracelets. That's 100% proceeds go to them to help out their organization. We're really excited to be working with them. They're going to be at the venue as well. We're going to have some cool stuff there. Some new stickers, things like that. I know in the packages for the VIPs, there's some really cool stuff. There's a little like a journal, and there's some really cool, I think some pins and stuff. There's a hat. Like, I want one of the hats because they're super cool. And listen, with Shopify, like, we're not going to put anything up. I'm actually going to be making a transition because I know there's been a lot of tough stuff going on with that as well. Once again, these are growing pains. I'm trying, but I spend every waking minute like working on stuff, and at the same time trying to be an artist, and it's really difficult. It really is. I'm not telling you to feel sorry for me or feel bad. I'm just saying, give me a little bit of grace here. I'm working through it. We're trying to figure it out, and it's a big, it's kind of it's a big thing to shift and move. It's like when you got all of your products, and stuff at an actual place where they're going to manufacture it, then they're going to ship it out and all that stuff, and then you got to take the feedback and figure out, wait, okay, this isn't working. People are frustrated. All right. A lot of people promise stuff, they're going to do this, they're going to do that. And once again, it's not me sitting here packaging these things and sending them out to you. This is going through an organization. This is going through another business that I have to pay to help organize it. So I want to have the best, and I want to make sure you have the best experience. So we're probably going to go, with Shopify, we're going to go dark for a minute so I can transition it over. And we're going to kind of reboot that whole thing. That being said, again, the merch will be only at the shows for right now until we get this thing under control. So if you want to get some of that new merch, there will be a limited run of these things for every single tour run. So everyone will be able to have a chance. In Europe, you'll all have a chance too. Okay, we're gonna have some unique stuff there as well, but you'll be able to get these shirts and stuff at each one of these runs. Okay, we're gonna print more and all that kind of stuff, but we're gonna keep it at the venues. So if you want something, you got to come to the venue. You're gonna have to come bring your shopping bags. Okay. Okay, well, if you can't get this show, I understand, and we will. Here's the thing, don't freak out on that either, because this is how we're going to do this to start. Once I flip over that Shopify and get it back up and get it running with the right people, the right team, then guess what? We'll have stuff online, but it's going to be a minute, so you just got to rock what you got, get what you don't, and then we'll get the stuff up when we can, okay? Okay, so I think that's kind of it. I do want to talk about one last thing, because I talk too much. I'm going to pull it up here, because I want to make sure that I go over this right. And that is, where's it at? I want to speak to best email contact. Good question. Let's see here. Yes, okay, merch at the shows. I'll get back to the email thing here in a second. Angelo, if you're watching this, what is the best email, do you think, for contact stuff? Like if people have direct questions and things. I mean, one of the things I wanted to do, I know on Twitter, is with that EOE experience, I want you to be able to just tweet towards it, and we'll have an answer. That's a direct way to get answers, and obviously the forums, but email questions regarding that. Yeah, we can do, that is one we can do. You send your emails to, I think we have an info at Create Change. So I'm gonna make sure. Angelo, help me. I will get that out to you. I will tweet it. Is Angelo back? I will get you guys an email. We'll put it out. Street team. If you want to be on the street team, which is awesome. I really appreciate it. We're having a lot of fun with those things because I get a chance to talk to them and stuff too. But yeah, I'm thinking that info at Create Change. Yes, perfect. And just okay. I know it's like 20 things going on. It's great. Okay, info at createchange.me. Any bigger things you have, send it there. Okay, any questions and stuff like that, send it there. Now, like I said, if you want a quick answer, let's say within, a couple hours or something like that, at the latest, then you really should be tagging the Twitter. Just tag at EOE Experience and throw your question out there, because that's where all updates and info and everything's going to be, okay? And make sure you follow it. That would be the quick way. If you send it to, the email, or you can go on the forum. Go on the forum on createchange.me and go on the EOX Tour forum. A lot of answers will be done. That's going to be monitored by us. So even if people from the street teams are involved in it, just know that we're monitoring too. So if we have to correct something, we can correct it really quick. But that's another great place to have conversation and talk about things with the EOX Tour and find out more information. If you use the info at createchange.me, you're going to have to understand, we are still a very small team. We will get to you, but I would say you're looking at, anywhere from, like a probably 24, 48 hour turnaround on that. So if it has to be a quick answer, then use the other things that I told you guys about. Okay. Now, if as far as being part of the street teams and stuff too, there's forums within there are specific forums for each one. So if you want to join the street team, like your printables and stuff, like if you want to print out the concert posters and all that kind of stuff, it's all online. So it's all on the forums, and that's where all the new ideas and stuff are coming from and all those things. So you definitely want to get involved in that, then you need to sign up at createchange.me. All right. Yeah. If you have ideas for stuff like you're saying for Liverpool and promotions and all that kind of stuff, I definitely would join the forums. You have to join the forums. It's the only way. It's really not that hard. It's one more thing to sign up for, sure, but you're not gonna get spammed or anything. It's just so you can get in there and start creating some change and helping us out and doing stuff, so we can kind of do it together. We want to make sure it's a safe place, and that's another thing we're gonna talk about coming up. I'm not gonna get too far into this right now, but I will tell you something. This cyberbullying crap that's going on is not gonna stand, and Kyle and I will not be a part of it. Okay, so her and I are going to address some stuff here coming up pretty quick, and we take it very seriously. And people that are getting after each other and stuff and pushing each other around online and everything like that, do not put my name in part of that. In fact, don't come to a show. I don't have any place or time or energy that I'm going to give to that, and I'm sure as heck not going to sit there and support you if that's what you're going to do with my name and make me look bad. And if you think that that's helping anyone or helping me, you're completely, it's not helping anyone. It's absolutely not. And to be honest, it breaks my heart to think that people actually are on there and competing and I'm seeing stuff. Just so you all know, I'm seeing stuff. I've got eyes on it. I've had a lot of, and I've been checking it out myself. I've been going around because I couldn't believe it when I heard about it. And so, look, if you're doing it, you need to stop it. And if you're going to keep doing it, you know what? Do it somewhere else. But don't attach ECV Live to that, because that's nothing. That ECV Live does not stand for bullying. Does not push anybody around. Okay? We aim to inspire and share love and bring people a sense of purpose and value, value and appreciation for who you are, where you are in your journey. And when you're doing that kind of stuff in bullying, absolutely, you're go against everything that I stand for and I believe in. And that is not me, and that is not Kyler either. And I'm telling you, Mama Bear is pissed. Okay? So just understand, we're not doing that. Ain't happening. And we will take care of it. And we're to do it. We already got a plan in place. Some of you might not like that plan, but it's going to be what it is, because we've seen enough now to go. And I don't like the fact that I'm losing people that I care about. They're walking away from an EOE experience or being a part of things that I've gotten to know, and they're walking away because you're they're threatened or they're depressed because they're going through and being teased or bullied and all this kind of stuff. It's crazy. Like, I don't know. That really bugs me. I can go on that for days. It really, really, really bugs me. And I really think it's a cowardly move for anybody to sit there and kind of pull that kind of crap. So if you're doing it, knock it off. Like, look in the mirror and just be like, come on, you're better than that. Don't do that. Don't do it to yourself. Don't do it to other people. Like, you know, you got better things to do with your time. Okay, I'm reading somebody's thing here. All right. That's right. Hashtag love is louder. I like that. Yeah, absolutely. And you know what? If you are dealing with something, you know, and if you are being bullied or something like that, look, the best way to handle it is to make sure that it's exposed. Like, make sure that we know what's going on. So, seriously, send it. You don't need to send these super long emails and everything. Just, I don't care, screen capture it. And send us an email at info@createchange.me, because we're going to handle it right away. And I'm telling you, there is no, like, second chances on this stuff, people. So if you're doing it, you better knock it off and maybe even delete your account and start a new, fresh one so you can start fresh, because I'll tell you what, we are not going to deal with this. And we're going to take swift action, and we're going to be, I'm over it. Like, that, it really, really bugs me. And like I said, I can go on this for days. It really bugs me. You know, I got in one fight at school when I was growing up. I actually got a kind of few, but the one that I got in was a kid, you know, the only one. Just, I want to bring this up because I think it's this important to me. I want you to understand something. The one fight, okay, that I, like, my big fight at school that I got in was there was a kid that was being picked on. He was a ninth grader. He was a little guy. I was a junior, and these two seniors were picking on him. And I saw it. And I walked over there, you know, and they were like pushing him up against the wall, and I pushed him, and I told him, I said, listen, I said, you know, leave my friend alone. And they're like, he's not your friend. You don't even know him. I said, dude, what's your name? He goes, Chris. I said, hey, Chris. Well, now he's my friend, and now I know him. And that's how I got my first, like, that was my big one. But that's how much, like, I went out of my way to take care of that, because I don't stand for that. I don't like seeing it. So, knock it off. You're doing it. Seriously. And if you don't, then peace. Because you're not going to be a part of this world and a part of what we're doing with EOE and everything. Ain't going to happen. Or Kyler or any of that. All right? So, and I know that we are doing, through Create Change, we're doing, an anti-bullying, cyberbullying thing coming up too as well. Angela, what's that thing called? Yeah, peace and love is right. Angela, please tell me you're still on. If I'm on here, you got to be on here. What is the, is it Operation Orange? Yep, hashtag Operation Orange. Make sure you're hashtagging that. All right? And that is our, yeah, hashtag Operation Orange. And I like hashtag love is louder too. Fantastic. But Operation Orange is Create Change. It's us taking swift action, and we're going to go after this whole cyberbullying thing, and we're going to tear it down. So, I'm sorry if you've been bullied and been through that. On behalf of Create Change and East of Eli and all of us and Kyler, I'm sorry that you've had to go through that. It's not okay. And I'm hoping you're hearing this. And if you know somebody's been going through that and maybe they've walked away earlier or something, then you know what? Be a friend and let them know that, hey, let them know what I said so that we can, we want them there. We want them back, and we're going to figure out how to help. Okay? So we're going to continue to stand by your side and help you. No more victims. No more of this nonsense. Let's knock it off. Let's grow up a little bit. All right? And by the way, Kyle and I are our own people. We love sharing these experiences with you and everything, but we're just normal people too, We live life just like you live life, we're not a prized possession. We're not to be kept by anybody. If you get a chance to meet us, yeah, that's a fun thing, and that's great. We love meeting you too. But that's a shared experience. It shouldn't be about like, oh, I got a chance to do this and I'm bragging about that and da 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 da. Don't do that kind of stuff, because then you're just setting yourself up too. You're setting yourself up to be, like, we're not owned by people. We're our own people, just like you're your own people. We love being able to meet you and do those kind of things. But let's, like, seriously, like, we can't. We gotta knock this off. We gotta just be like real. Let's have fun. Let's join in and do this together. Buy your tickets. Bring somebody out new to the shows. We got some special surprises and things happening too at those shows. Let's just do this. Let's have a fun 2018. We're going to continue to clear up the mess, and we're going to make this better for all of you. All right? So let's do this together, though. This is a family affair, as they say. All right? So if you've been worried about anything with the shows, hopefully I've cleared the air on a lot of it. That's awesome. Bring them. Yes. EOE family. That's right. That's right. Yes. Hashtag EOE family. I'm going to start using that a lot. Well, I love Scotland too. So, hey, so now if you've been on here, do me a favor too. I've taken the time to jump on here with you. Like I said, we'll push out a lot of this information that I talked about today. We'll put it out so you can see it online as well. We're going to start pushing that out there through the EOE Experience, and obviously, again, the CreateChange.me, the register for the forums. You can just go to the EOE X Tour forum, and we have the Facebook EOE X Tour Facebook page as well. That's all internal stuff. Okay, anything outside of those three, are that's either going to be support, fan sites, which are great. We love that because that helps us too. But at the same time, information should be coming from those three sources. And if you still got questions, then you email info@createchange.me. Okay, and we'll get you the answers you need. But that way we can clear the confusion. But do me a huge favor, please. Like, I'm not going to sit here and beg you for it. I just don't want to see people miss out on this amazing experience. I'm telling you, especially like LA, like, we really have control of the swing house. I'm really excited to be there, like, as far as like our setup and stuff. But that LED screen, all that stuff, the videos, I mean, we're putting a lot into this for you. This is going to be out of this world, and you do not want to miss it. And if you miss it, I'm telling you, I'll play to 20 people. Okay, I'll play to 2 people. Look, all the better for them. They're gonna have all my attention. I'm all about it. I don't need sold out shows so that I can feel cool and all that kind of stuff. I just want you to join the party. So come out and join the party. Like, that's what we're doing. Kyler's joining the party. She's going to be at all these parties. Don't tell me you didn't, like, one day when you were, like, in school or, like, in high school, or if you're still in high school, it's like, there's the cool party on Friday and Saturday or whatever, right? Or something. I don't know if people still do that. But, it's like, everybody want to go to the cool party. Well, this is the cool party. Let's go have some fun. Y'all cool? Let's have fun together. Let's go do this. Like, this is for you. This is like, I don't have to go out and do this. I do it because I love you, because I care, because it's what I do best. And I hope that by doing what I do, and that it's infectious, that you see me and you see Kyler what she does, and then you see me do what I do. And I'm running my lane and staying true to who I am. My hope is that it inspires you to then figure it out what you do best and do it. And I've seen so much of that creativity and inspiration happen over time. It's been incredible. Bianca, them shoes. Wow. I've been watching that, and I mean, like, what you do, that inspiration right there. Like, that's how it's supposed to be. That's what East of Eli is all about. Like, seriously, it's mind-boggling how much creativity is surrounding us. That's what Create Change is all about. Utilizing and doing something, giving a little bit of purpose. Give purpose to your art. Don't just do it to sell it. Don't just do it for yourself. Do it. Share it with the world. Great. Make money from it if you can. If you can't, don't stop doing it. We need creativity. You know why? Creativity, the whole idea behind it is it problem solves. How do we problem solve? By being creative, by thinking outside the box, by figuring out another way to do it, to solve it. Right? Solve the problem. That's what create change is standing. That's what it stands for, and that's what I love about creativity. And that's what I love about. That's why I do East of Eli. That is why I've taken on that project and why I'm doing it. I don't have to do it. You know. I could be 100%, and I sacrifice a lot to be out there too on the road. I have to leave my kids. I gotta be gone. You know. I still take a lot of chances of actually making. You know. Coming back empty-handed or having lost money, you know, there's a lot of risks involved in that, and I'd be being away from my family. I don't like being away from my family. I love my family, but I do it, and I do it for you. So, y'all need to make sure you get down there, and if you're on here, please, you know, talk to your friends. Like, let's share this music. Let's get it out. Like, it's not just about these shows. We got a big year ahead of us, and we want to make this thing as big as we can, because you know what? It's just like Bono said, my favorite quote, right? Music can change the world because it can change people. Bono. Or like, you know, that one. Music is medicine for the soul. That's why I do what I do. And I'm trying to bring a different, fresh, fun message to the world, you know, but look, it's positive, you know, but look, it's still raw. It's still raw. There's still like, it's not like it's like all fluffy, like, you know, happy unicorns and cotton candy and I don't know, Skittle rainbows and stuff. Like, it's not just all like happy stuff. It's legit. It's good music. I know I do it, but at the same time, like, I listen to it and I go, this is better than a lot of stuff out there on the radio right now. I can't wait to get this out there. Just to help music a little bit. I think it's amazing. And it's got a perfect fusion of, like, you know, it's got the indie pop, the alt, but it's got a little bit of that rock in there. I mean, come on. Don't be silly. You gotta tell your friends and get people to, like, that maybe we're thinking about not going to shows or whatever. Get involved. Like, help them. Help me, help you. Help them. And let's get them down to the show. Okay? Because you know it's more than just spending $20 or whatever it is. It's more than just going and watching the music. It's not just about the music. It's about the experience. And that experience happens with, you know, you can't, it's one thing to watch it. It's another thing to be there. And you know what I'm talking about because a lot of you have been there, right? Yeah, by the way, Cavern Club is definitely, we already got it already again in Liverpool. So Liverpool, that I can tell you 100% is happening. And we'll be getting that information out. So we are going to start booking out these places. And I appreciate with all the polls and stuff. And look, on all the Facebook event pages you have put up, we're going to start to consolidate, kind of start to work with all of you. Like I said, make sure you follow that Facebook EOEX Tour Facebook page. I'll put that out in the link as well, just because we'll tie into that. And we are working on our writing right now. I think we already have 4 or 5 shows, but I'm not going to announce anything this time, like online and put it out there. I know I just said the Cavern Club, so all you that are like smart thinkers, y'all think y'all smart cookies, and y'all like, wait, you just announced. But hold on, hear me out. We'll consolidate, bring all the dates together first. We're going to book all the venues first. Then, once we have our whole run and it's complete, then we're going to put it out there. Okay? But before that, just know they are being booked. And I do want to say, because I'm very excited about the Cavern Club, that is for sure happening. And I believe it's on May 24th or 25th. 1 or 2 days. I think it's 25th. I think. We can confirm that later. But it's happening. I'm very excited to go back there and be a part of that again. We're going to do some really cool stuff. Okay. I love this. All right. I did want to talk about one more thing. I keep thinking about all these things. Do you think I could set a record on Periscope if I just stay on here? Yeah, I thought about it at one point. I thought, you know what would be kind of cool? Is just have somebody follow me around and, like, literally, like, a day in the life of EOE and just keep Periscope going. I wonder how long you can go for. Like, kind of do a Truman Show, like 24 hours, right? I mean, not that I'm like, it's not like there's, from sleeping, there's nothing really good about that, but like, literally just do like a whole day. So I think on the tour or something like that, I might just try it. Kind of fun. Well, if your phone dies, then we just add a battery pack to it, right? And my phone does die a lot because I use it too much. Yeah, like we already started tour vlog. We got a whole thing we're doing with that as well. Like, we got some really cool stuff coming up. Like, just new experiences. 150 hours? Seriously? 150 hours. Someone do quick math. How many days is that? Is that 5 days? 6 days. Just over 6 days. It's 24 hours a day, right? Anybody write it down? What is it? 24. So 6. That'd be 150 hours. If you just try that, if you try by 12 hours. So it's like, yeah, what is that? 6.5 days? 8 days? I think 6.2. See, I think it's like 6.5 days. Right? Because it's like 6 days, 12 hours. That would be fun. Why not? We could totally do that. I should just leave this one on. It'd be really funny. Right? I guess at night, that's the only thing. Like, I mean, so that's a lot of battery packs, mobile battery packs. I'm gonna figure this out. I swear I'm gonna figure this out. We're gonna beat that record. We're gonna figure it out. Okay. So the other thing I did want to, I wish I could start right now, but then I can't drive. I'm by myself. I'd have to figure out how to have a team to help out with it because I can't be driving, with the whole holding the phone and stuff. I do want to talk about the Southwest part of the tour. I'm on the fence about it, to be honest with you, and just hear me out. I am a bit on the fence about doing it. We have dates down there. We have a routing for it. But because there's been so much confusion with everything, I really feel like, and we didn't just get all the dates put together first and then launch it out so that's exactly what I wanted to do from the get-go, was put all the dates out at the same time, right? And, I was influenced to do the opposite and promised that I was going to get all these tour dates a week after. I'm going to show you emails that literally say it. Like where the correspondence was like, hey, this is what's going on. Like, hey, let's get these shows out and we'll get you, the rest of the shows will be here by, next week. You'll have everything in place. Okay, great. And it was like, here we are today still dealing with this stuff. So it's like, it was a really bad idea to go out with those dates. I didn't know any better. And like I said, I was being influenced to do it and he talked into it and I did it. And I definitely don't regret a lot in life, but I do regret that because I don't want the chaos or the confusion. That's not what I stand for. That's not what EOE is about. So with regards to the Southwest, look, I want to come there too. All right? And the Midwest, obviously. But I think the best thing right now, is, and we're looking at it still, but I'm not going to confirm anything until after we get through the West Coast run. So I think that we can make that decision here coming up pretty quick. But here's the thing. If we don't do it right now, the whole idea was that it was going to start, I believe, on April 21st and take us through to the end of the 29th, okay? And we were talking like Dallas and Houston and Austin and Albuquerque and Salt Lake City, and of course Vegas, and then you have Phoenix, right? Scottsdale, kind of Arizona, and then I think we're gonna sneak in another LA show because it's just crazy to me that we didn't get like some huge venue. Why are we not playing the El Rey or something like that when we've done so well in LA and like it's kind of our home base, But whatever. So, I think we're going to, look, we're still looking at it. Okay? I know, Austin, I've never been to Austin. How crazy is that? I want to go. But I think what we're going to do is just because it's been so crazy, so I want to get through these first two runs. Okay, they're smaller runs, but they're good runs, and they're new territories for us. So that's why we need you guys' help. We need you to be there. We need you to tell people about it. Like, get involved, because the more that happens, the easier it is for me. All right, the easier it is for me. Okay, to get to your city is by these shows being a success. And that's another thing you guys have to understand something. If these shows, like, if we go and they do flop, like in the sense of like there's not a lot of people there, then promoters aren't going to want to, they're going to be like, they look at it like a track record, right? It's just like anything else. Like, it's like the credit, credit bureau. When you go to get a credit, or a line of credit or something, or go buy a car, whatever, it's like they look at your credit score. Well, guess what? For an artist, what do? Well, they look, these territories, these venues, these promoters, they look at, well, how many tickets do they sell? Can they fill out these venues? And that's what determines if they want to be involved with somebody. Well, so if we're going out and doing all this stuff, and we're not at least hitting close to capacity and selling shows out, then guess what? You forget about the Midwest, Southwest, or any other places, or Canada, or anything else, because it won't happen. Like, we have to take care of the shows that we have right now. And you all did such a great job of that last year. It was incredible. And that's why East of Eli worked. That's why it worked, even though it was crazy. It's a bit turbulent right now, but it's not going to be the same. And last year was crazy. We're flying around last minute. It was amazing, though, because we made it work. This year's going to be much different. And we are working on changing what's already existing. But Europe, you're going to see a whole nother side. It's going to be a smooth sailing because I got a different team on board for that one. And we're playing way ahead, and we're going to get it done. I don't want to react anymore. I don't want to be reactionary. I don't want to live that way. I want to make sure that we can get our, everything lined out and focused and be like, here. And now let's run with it. But I need your help. Let's do this together, okay? Help me smooth this out. The only way I get more shows is if we fill up these shows and we sell them out. That is plain and simple. That is it. So help me sell these shows out, the ones that exist, That way I can get to the Colorados. I saw you, Colorado. That way I can get to Montreal. That way I can get to Ottawa. I can get to Toronto. There's so much that goes into it. But I can't, it's not that, I'm not always going to know. It's like the Europe thing. I said, okay, we need 250 people. Somebody came back with a comment and said, kind of a little snarky too, but I was like, whatever. But it was like, how can you guarantee like 250 people at these places? Like, you're not going to show up until you have 250. I'm like, no. Last year we did the same thing. We put out that's basically our break-even point. 250 tickets sold means that we can cover our travel and costs and stuff to get us there, and that's a break-even point. That it's basic. Like, you can only figure out based on tickets pricing and percentages that go out and taxes and everything else. Okay, and you weigh that against we have a formula, and you weigh that against travel costs and meals and accommodations and shipping of merch and paying VAT taxes and all that other stuff. Okay, going through imports, exports, all that kind of stuff, going through the borders, getting people there, like making sure we don't lose somebody along the way, in the band or something. All that stuff. That's a lot, It's not like we're traveling around, it's just me, or just me and Kyler, like we're on vacation. It's like there's a team of people coming, It's a lot. So those are just like we're going to announce shows in these places, but we are watching the fan pages, these event pages online, and you get to that 250 mark, or it's cutting close. We're gonna be like, all right, you know what? Amsterdam's at this, or then whatever. Germany's at this. Okay, great. You know what? Let's take care of that show right now because it just hedges our bet. It just helps us to ensure that we're not going to come away, losing. I'm not going to lose my shirt, So help us out, Let's do this together. And that would be the best that could happen. That's actually, I just saw the last thing, it just faded away, but it said, don't lose band members. Well, Look, I know y'all get attached to the different people and whatnot, but here's the deal. I'm going to clarify that too. Heck, this is a lot of fun. Okay, let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. Somebody's going to have to go in and edit this into chapters. Okay, here, let's talk about that. Yes, do not lose them at the border. I do. I appreciate that. It's not a London Fog, although London Fog is my favorite drink. I decided this morning to get a caramel macchiato. So it's very good. But I do half sweet, and I do an ad shot. I know, right? So it's just a tad sweetness. I don't do like sugary drinks. So, anyways, London Fogs are so good. Okay, so check this out. Let's talk about the band stuff really quick. Obviously, I know you're probably joking about the whole losing at the border. Absolutely, but I do. It actually brings up a really good point. So there's been a lot of changeover, right? That's once again how we're approaching this so that we can make it successful. And look, things change all the time. But when it comes down to East of Eli, I want to be really clear about something. Really, 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 really clear. Here's the deal. I am East of Eli. Okay? That is me. The people that surround me, even including Kyler, people that surround me, okay, they're there in support, and they are either hired or they are, to be there, and or they are friends and people that I love that I want to work with, and that's why it kind of always changes. So I kind of like that, to be honest. The only one obviously is a sure bet is going to be Kyler. But even like this tour, it's going to be a different format. Just so that's why we brought in the LED screen. Like, that's why we're doing stage production. Okay, so for me, I am East of Eli, and this time around, instead of having the band that I had before, to consolidate and cut back on costs, because less people on the road means less money spent. Basic math. So I worked out a deal with, and I'm really excited about this. I worked out a deal with Jordan, the City of Sound, on this tour. And they are going to, so I'm going to utilize some of his band members and stuff to help me out. And they're going to sit further back, so it's really just, I'm more to the forefront, but they're still going to be on stage, and, it's hard not to look at them. So, but yeah, so I've changed that up too. So the band is much smaller now, and really, East of Eli is me. That is me. Kyla and I are going to be doing some stuff, but she's not going to be on stage as much, but she's definitely going to be there and be a part of things, and she's going to, but she's not going to stay there the whole time this time. Y'all going to kill me for this one, but I'm going to put it out there. Wesley songs, those will not be happening on the stage, okay? On a very rare occasion, they might, here or there. I'll tell you, I think the Saturday, March 10th show in LA, we will be doing a few of them. I'll add them to the set list. So there's special shows that we'll be doing them at, but I gotta cut through the noise, and I gotta, and Kyle and I, for the VIPs, you'll be getting some of that Wesley stuff that we do, but we really wanted to. The reason we're doing this, I know it's not easy, and look, I love playing those songs with Kyler. I love going through and doing all that stuff. But the thing is we're trying to build this brand, and and she's a part of that brand. She's a part of East of Eli, but Wesley's kind of its own thing, and eventually we're going to start taking that and doing that. And I think in Europe, we're really talking about planning a few more, of these smaller shows and stuff where it's just me and my acoustic and Kyler. We're going to do that kind of stuff. So that'll be coming up. But we had to separate the two because there's too much confusion on okay, well, is it this or that and da-da-da. It's we got to get to the point where I know everyone loves Kyler. I love Kyler. And I love spending time with her too. But, we want people to be showing up for East of Eli because of East of Eli. Because of the music, because of what happens. And I know a lot of you are fans of Kyler, and you fans of Kyler first, and you always will be. And that's awesome. We love that, And I love the fact that, Kyler's, we wanted her to be a part of this, to help attract, all of you to it. So that's great. But I'm hoping at some point that you're going, hey, you know what? Regardless if Kyler's there or not, I want to be a part of this because I see what it is, And that's what Kyler wants for you as well. She wants you to be a part of these things because sometimes she can't be there. She can't be all places at once, right? She's not omnipresent, right? So, look, and I love her so much too. The thing is, like, we gotta, can't be at two places at once, as I was saying. And I know she would get on right now and tell you the same thing. She would say, hey, listen, I want you guys to go do this. Go be a part of these things, even if I'm not going to be there. It's not like the end of the world kind of thing. It's like the more we do this successfully, people, the more she gets around to be a part of these things, right? The ultimate goal here, just so you all know too, is that, like, at some point, her show's going to end, right? It will happen at some point. I don't think for a while, for sure, that's for sure. But, shows do come to an end, right? Projects come to an end. And it's like, look, I know there's all the Comic-Cons and all that stuff too. But how cool is it to be able to go out and, Kyla and I come to you. When the whole goal here is if we can make and establish East of Eli to a place that it is successful enough, then she can work when she wants to work, but she doesn't have to work all the time. And more or less, she can be on the road and coming to see you instead of you always flying around to see her and in one location with hundreds of thousands of people. Instead, it's a venue of, 500 people and broken into smaller groups with the VIPs. That's why we do all those things. Or, and we're going to get, I'm talking with T-Mobile about some really cool stuff too, like some really cool stuff. So we got a meeting next week. We're still working with T-Mobile on some stuff, and it's going to be really cool. We got some ideas, kind of like a scavenger hunt kind of thing, where it's going to be, kind of a first come, first serve. I thought about doing something like that on the day of these shows so you can get free tickets to some of these shows by showing up and doing a scavenger hunt. For those that can't, maybe you can't afford it, we can get some tickets donated to this. I can throw some into the pot. Maybe some other people can buy some and we'll take them, and kind of do a little Charlie and the Chocolate Factory golden ticket thing, maybe some VIPs and stuff too. These are all the kind of things we're trying to figure out. We have to cut through all the noise and the chaos that's going on, and that's why like I said, I'm on here. But I want, we're talking about doing those kind of things. So, it'd be fun, right? Yeah, that's so funny. I just said that and I just saw that'd be fun. Yeah, awesome. Right? Getting in shape for scavenger hunts. We should do that. We should put out a workout routine. Get in shape for scavenger hunts. Oh my gosh. That's really funny. You're brilliant. uh, let's see. Oh, thank you so much. Um, A cheap Kai clone ready for action. We should totally get a doppelganger. That'd be funny. No, like, look, because you can't replace Kyler. Unfortunately, I'm sure it'd be great if there's 10 of her, but honestly, she is one of a kind. And she's amazing. And she's just got a heart of gold, So, we're really trying to make this work. Like I said, I need your help just to make it work, too, because it doesn't work without you, The bigger it gets, the more opportunities we have to be able to go out and try new places, fly to new places, do the Brazils and do all that stuff. And I talked about going to Brazil last year, and we have had or have, I'm not sure, I'm checking with our team. We have an opportunity to get out there. We're looking at it. But once again, those are big. They're big costs for like South Africa, God bless them on everything they're going through right now. It's crazy. Australia, that as well. Like, it's just, it's time and money because it's just so expensive, right? And then trying to figure out the timing of it, it's difficult. But those are the things we're trying to figure out, like, Japan, China, maybe Russia, that's why we're gonna hit some new locations when we go to Europe this year, South America, Hong Kong. There you go. Puerto Rico. Yes. How to crowdfund a worldwide tour. That's a really good idea. I've never really done the crowdfunding thing because I've always felt like, or the GoFundMe stuff, because I just feel weird about it. But, I mean, like, look, if we could do something like that, let's do it. I just don't know that we're going to have enough there quite yet. And really, right now, I want to focus on these shows, selling these shows out. That's the first thing. It's just like, I love that idea. And I'm actually going to put that, hold on. Boop. There's a deposit back there because I'm going to leave it there in the back of my mind. And then I'm going to really start thinking on that. We're always trying to think of new creative ideas to make this work, and it's a fight. It's a struggle, and it's very frustrating sometimes, I'm hoping now that we've cleared the air on a lot of the stuff that you guys can start to, relax a little bit, get excited about the tour. We should be excited about the tour, not worried about if it's going to be there or not, or if this is going to happen or not, or da-da-da-da. So now that we're getting all this information out, seriously, let's make sure that let's get back to what we're supposed to be focused on, which is the shows. Let's get to the shows. Let's get to the venues. Let's bring our friends, talk about it, share it. Give it as a gift, because it's going to be the gift that keeps on giving. And once again, I'm not sitting here trying to self-promote just East of Eli and all that kind of stuff. You know what happens at these. If you've been to a show, you know what happens. It is not just your average show. It is not. It's far more than that. It's a gift that keeps on giving. So give it away. Help out. Go above and beyond. Make your mom and dad go. Just make them stand across the room. Whatever. Send your best friends, the best couple friends, or do double date and take them out, or I don't know, send it to somebody. Send a ticket to somebody you care about halfway across the world, whatever. But let's make it happen, because the more it happens, the more success we have, the farther our reach, and the farther we can go, because we got to show promise to these venues and to the promoters. Without that, this is just going to die out and it's going to be done. Okay? So we got to work together. I wish I had a million followers. That's the other thing. Spotify playlists. Get the music out there. Add them to Spotify playlists. That's a really big deal right now. So add Tinseltown to your favorite, playlist. Or, seriously, submit playlists are huge, 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 huge. It's a very big deal. Okay? So please, add, create your favorite, take your favorite EOE songs that are out and put them on a playlist. Get the word out there that way. Seriously, I'm looking at this stuff. What? They're releasing a new album. So funny, When you're self-released, it's really easy, because then you could just pick the day and go. Obviously, you try to do some planning of some sort of you do a planning of you want to promote it and stuff and get it out to as many people. But now, we're in process on these new songs. They are not going to be out there for a minute because, and I know it's frustrating. Trust me, it's frustrating for me too, but it's for a good reason. I don't have the release date at this point, but because we secured radio, actual distribution, we have a deal. Because we have the distro deal, we're doing legitimate radio promotions now. We're going to be doing legitimate, now you're going to see it when it does, the single releases. They're going to do an official single release. And there's some really good new music. I can't wait to share. You guys have no idea. There's a really cool song I'll tell you a little bit about. My it's hard to say which one's my favorite because they're all so gosh darn good, but I'll tell you one of my favorite ones that we've done lately is called Most Wanted. And, of course, Jordan is my co-write on that. And we wrote this. It's one of my favorite songs. And it's actually a song about the inner beauty and strength of women. Because when we were watching and frustrated with all the stuff going on, with the hashtag, the Me Too thing and the Harvey Weinstein, all that craziness was just, all that stuff went down. I was really frustrated. We were in the studio, and I started to talk to Jordan. I was like, man, we should do something like for women. We should do like something that's just something strong, like to just talk about who they really like, what the value of a woman is not just here and here. Like, look, obviously there is that side of it though too. Women are beautiful, I mean, I think women are also the most powerful being on the planet, and it's time for women to be able to finally stand up and be not only celebrated but backed up, defended and honored and respected. And it's been way too long, and that even goes even further, obviously, with all the diversity and the different culturally speaking, too much oppression in this world. We got to get over this stuff and get over ourselves and start to realize and see each other as, and we should be celebrating strengths. And that's really what Most Wanted is all about. It's about celebrating the strengths of a woman, from the inside beauty to the outside beauty. But it is, and dare I say, it is a bad beep song. It is so good, and it's all about. The story is about we came up with this. We studied the online, did a bunch of research, right? 7 most notorious women, like female outlaws, in the history of the Wild West, right? During that kind of period, that day and age, and then we created our own legend out of it and wrote the song around that. So it's called Most Wanted, like as a Most Wanted poster, right? But Most Wanted also like valued and revered and loved, and so it plays to both sides really well. And it talks about, like, there's a great line in there that says, know your worth, keep it locked and loaded at your side or by your side, know your worth, know you. And that's one of my favorite lines in the whole song. But there's so much, so we're going to be playing that stuff live, and there's so much in that song that's just like, we created this legend called The Legend of the Beauty Queen Bandit. And the whole story is told throughout the song, and it is a powerful song. It's a fun song. It's got a hip-hop kind of vibe to it. But we're definitely messing with genres. I'll tell you that much on these songs. We're messing with some genres, people. We are like crossing borders, because I love music. I don't want to ever stop doing it, and I want to be able to do what I want to do. So I kind of think of albums more like singles, instead of doing a bunch of songs to put on one album. It's like, what, and try to have one through line, one theme, or come one genre. I'm like, no, I love music just as much as the next person does. And nobody buys albums really anymore anyway, so why not give you 12 singles, or give you, do an EP with 5 singles on it? And that's what we've done. So I cross a lot of genres on these new songs. There's another song called Heart Loose. Heart Loose is dope. Heart Loose is actually my song for Aniston, my youngest. It's one of my favorites. It's very ethereal. In fact, I think Team Jamber is editing a video right now. We're going to give you a little sneak peek teaser of that song. I think on the chorus part, there's a little edit, a promo video coming your way soon. An old co-worker hold her glow on a spot for that's cool. I submitted it for the what is it, like Ditto Music one, or like DistroKid or Ditto Music one, and it got chosen, so it was put on their like new playlist or something like that. Which is cool, but like you gotta make playlists, you gotta add to playlists, submit it to playlists, Good. I'm glad. You know what? I appreciate you saying that. Don't break the bank in traveling to all these shows. Find the shows that are closer to you. But I will say, like, the Seattle show, the San Francisco show, like, I can't believe we haven't sold out San Francisco, people. Like, are we crazy right now? Like, seriously? I mean, it's a legendary venue. It's a legendary venue. It's San Francisco, people. Like, what are we doing here? We're gonna have that LED wall. We're going into an iconic venue. Slim's is known as like one of the best on the club scene on the planet. It's like the Cavern Club in a sense. It's like what it is in San Francisco. And the fact that we haven't sold that, I'm like, I'm on mine. And Kyler's gonna be there, and we're like. I love San Francisco. I was so excited to go play San Francisco. And to be honest with you, I want to sell out Slim's because you know what I really want to do is not only play Slim's, and I'd go back and do it again if things go well, but I want to sell that sucker out because you know the one I want to play? I want to play Fillmore. I want to play Fillmore. I want to play that theater. I want to play that thing. So like that is on my heart. Like that is a goal of mine this year. But we got to show promise. Like I said, I know it's like a broken record, but you people got to understand. You got to help me. Please. Like, seriously. We got to figure this out. Let's sell out San Francisco. Seattle. El Corazon. I mean, look. Nirvana. Pearl Jam. Soundgarden. The list goes of course, the list can go on and on and on. Like everybody's played there. It's another great venue. It's a little smaller venue, but it's a cool venue. It's got a lot of history, and here we are, our first time going there. The fact that that's not sold out, it blows my mind. Blows my mind. If you're going to travel to more shows, pick up some of those shows. Go on a few of them, but don't break the bank. That new NYC show, that should be sold out already. I can't believe it's not. I mean, obviously we had to get this all cleared up. So we got it cleared up, but I expect that thing sold out by next week, seriously. Like, the whole East Coast should be getting sold out. I mean, guys, we were talking, 10 shows right now? Maybe 11? If we can't sell out 11 shows, and some of the venues are small, which is cool. It's great. But it's like, if we can't sell out all these shows, then what's the point? Like, at 11 shows, we can't do 11 shows. How are we going to do 20? How are we going to do, how are we going to move to 40? Originally, we were planning like a 44 city tour, but, I think we're realizing real quick we're just not there yet, and that's okay. Everyone's got to grow, and you got to, but you got to build your thing. But, like, look, we got to get these shows sold out. We got to get new people to experience this and become part of it so we can grow. And if we were growing at a steady pace at the beginning of 2018, then by the end of 2018, being like in the fall, we're going to put on another legitimate tour. I'm going to do this first run and get through these, and then, we'll still decide on Southwest and all that kind of stuff, and but the Midwest, South, like all those things, and then Europe coming up, obviously that's going to happen, and that starts around, I think, the 17th of May for us. So we'll travel a few days early, kind of get all set up, and then we'll be out there. And I think we go through to like June 10th. We're going to knock out a ton of shows. But all that, like, the more we sell tickets, the more promise we can show, the easier it is for us or my team to pick up the phone, whoever the team's going to be, let me tell you that right now. Because there's going to be some changes coming, like I said before. I'm like not happy at all with the way that I've been treated and the way that it's reflected on me and my personal brand. Boy, oh boy, I could go off on this thing for days. I'm like, no, people. I'm so upset. You have no idea. I've had so many frustrating moments, and I know that some of it is out of their control, but my representation. But some of it's just been just a lack of, like a lack of actually doing it, like actually sharing, getting the work done and communicating and like being MIA like all the time. And that's where I kind of went wrong with this whole thing with you guys. I didn't mean to, cause frustration and stir, all this concern up and worry you and like, I was trying to fix the problem because I was sitting there going, no, 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 this can't be happening. This can't be happening. This can't be happening. Like, no, this is not how it's going to happen. That was last year. That's not this year. We are not doing this. We broke through last year. It was flying by the seat of our pants and all that, but it was cool. We made some noise and people got it. We got our foot in the door. But now we're going to walk through that door and we'll be pro about it and we're going to kill this. We're going to nail it. Well, guess what? Obviously, I don't know if I chose the wrong team, but it feels that way, to be honest with you. And I don't care if they're watching this thing, I really don't. Because I don't want to waste my time. I don't want to waste your time, more importantly. So I'm going to be making some changes. I've got to stick to what I got right now. But I'm going to make some changes because I'm over this. I ain't doing this. This is not the way you run EOE or a tour or anything. And that lack of communication kills me. But I will tell you something. 23/7 Global, thumbs up, man. The VIPs has been unreal, and they've done an amazing job with that. And of course, everything with Create Change, the support there. Gemma, with Music of the Future, we're working closer and closer with her. Honestly, I should just make her my manager. Because she's just such a go-getter, and she's so amazing. But she's helping with booking out the shows, and right now it's Gemma and it's myself. We're in talks and working together, and then I have an agent out there in London that's helping with secure the shows as well. His name is Tom, and then of course Angelo and the Create Change team is helping as well. Then of course we have all the fan sites and stuff too, and that's great, and that really helps the support and give us an idea of where to route and everything. But I do want to be clear, Gemma is a Music of the Future. She's running the Facebook page, the EOEX Tour Facebook page. That's our legitimate Facebook page. So, and that is, and so it's Gemma, it's myself, it's Tom, Angelo, Debbie, that's kind of like a few people over there. Obviously, the Cavern Club, stuff like that. With Tim, who I love that guy. But yeah, it's just us. This is our team. I'm trying to think if there's anybody else I'm missing, but we're the ones really working on that tour. So I don't know what I'm saying anymore. I'm just having fun. Fab 4000, that's right. Working with the Fab 4000. Thank you. Yeah, which obviously is Tim. I love Tim, and their whole thing. But yes, working with the Fab 4000, they've been huge in helping out with everything too. So we're gonna smooth everything out. It's gonna be great. This is kind of fun, although it's like a one-sided conversation, right? So it's kind of weird. Which is kind of the perfect thing for me because I talk way too much. Uh-oh. You just said you should braid your hair. We need to talk about this. Watch, all those hearts are going to turn to sad faces or something, or little devil faces or something. I don't know if you can do that. They should allow you to do that. I think it's kind of funny. I don't know even the counts on the shows right now because I can't get the darn communication. So I do know that what I saw last week was sales were, they weren't great. They were we were kind of nearing the midway point of some of the venues, which is good, but it's I think all this confusion and stuff, we have to get this lifted, and I know it's closer to the show, these shows, so I'm gonna just roll with it. Look, if you're going to Seattle, you're gonna get a great show. If you're going to Portland, you're going to any one of these first few shows, you're gonna get an experience that nobody else is gonna get, because it's gonna be, I don't think they're gonna sell out. I don't think there's enough time. I don't think there's enough time for people to make plans to do it. But it's going to be they're going to be legit shows. And the funny thing is it cracks me up. Like I said, Kyler's going to be at every single one of those. And yet, people are going to miss out on this stuff. And that to me that's just cuckoo choo. It's crazy to me that to think that now, the people are going to be missing out on that opportunity, that you'd rather go stand in line at a Comic-Con for hours on end, which I know there's a lot to see at those Comic-Cons, and I love Comic-Cons. I ain't hating on them. I love them. But, I mean, to have an actual kind of more personalized experience, a shared experience, not a handshake, not just a hello or a hug and a quick signature and see you later, like pumping out all that like extra hand, sanitizer, all that kind of stuff. Like, you're not, you're not standing, and like I said, I'm not knocking Comic-Cons. It's cool. Those are great opportunities. But that is a Comic-Con experience. Okay? And that's what goes on there. An EOE experience, you're actually a part of the show. You are actually a part of that experience. You're not standing in a line, It's like you are a part of it. We do this together. So the fact that those shows haven't sold out, or like, that's why I keep saying, get ready, people. You're all gonna miss. Like, you don't want to miss it. You're gonna be bummed. I'm telling you right now, it's gonna be out of this world. Seriously. Yeah, literally a part of the experience on stage. Sometimes you're right. Exactly. Those things happen. I'm actually planning on doing a song. I got like a little surprise, which I probably won't even make it a surprise. I like there's times that no, I'm gonna hold on to that one. That's gonna be cool though. I'm a little surprised at these shows. Sometimes the stage just isn't big enough. That's what we'll say. Two options on the VIP. What'd you say? I said pop that back up there again because I thought that was really cool. That's right. You have a second family because of the experience. That's right. That's what exactly. I mean, I know so many of you are coming back together. You've met there, and then now you're coming back, going to shows together and stuff. Like, St. Vincent's. We're gonna be working with them for sure. I actually was gonna talk to John, the headmaster over there. I was gonna talk to him. He just shot me an email the other day. I was actually thinking, I'm like, I don't know if it's possible, but I was just like, we should just do a show at the school. Like, how cool would that be? Like, that'd be pretty dope. I mean, we got the Cavern Club, obviously, but then, like, we should do an actual show at school. I don't know if that works, but I love the idea. Maybe we'll do, like, a VIP experience there or something, or a more intimate show with just, like, me and my acoustic or something like that, and Kyler, we'll do something like that. But I definitely want to see all of my lovely kiddos over there at St. Vincent's, and, and then, of course, all of you that have helped, helped out with that and been a part of that. Like, that's what it's all about. I can't wait. I just want to, like, hug y'all and hang out and share that together. Maybe we'll call it, like, the cafeteria cafe tour. I don't know. All right. Difference between silver and platinum. Yes. You are right. So the difference between the platinum and the silver, you answered that correctly. It is that the top tier package is that opportunity to, meet with Kyler. It also involves more of like more time together and stuff like that. So and they're usually, it's a little different than just going on and like, basically going into, going and doing like the meet and greets and stuff like that. It's going to be a little bit more intimate, the top tier package. And but it does say in there, I want you guys to know that, like, so there's definitely a difference in experience. It's not just Kyler being a part or not being a part. We have to build something there that's unique, and you get different gifts or different things that come with it, like swag and everything. But it'll be a different experience and a top tier experience. You'll be hearing songs, acoustic songs and stuff like that. I'll have my guitar out, and we'll be doing stuff like that. So the other ones are kind of more, meet and greets and stuff like that. But that top tier package can be really good. And just to understand, like, it is written in there that, Kyler's availability it really is subject to change. We can't force her to be out to all these things. So it can change, but what we're gonna do to curb that and help with that, okay, is to basically go in and like I'm letting you know when she's gonna be there. These are the guaranteed ones that I can personally guarantee because I know. Okay, like I said, like the Baltimore show and the NYC, those are guarantees. Those are definitely happening. The other ones, there's look, absolutely committed to making it happen, but we can't because like they're in the middle of the week or this or that. We can't like, you know, and with her job, we just can't at this moment 100% guarantee that she's going to be there. She's put the dates in. Work has been awesome in working with her on being flexible with the schedule, which is amazing. A lot of times they're not, and they are on this, which is incredible. But you know, we have to kind of work that out as we go. And once we have information, I'll let you know on the rest of them. But definitely Seattle, Portland, San Francisco. I just keep laughing because I'm like, both LA shows. I keep laughing just because like she's gonna be at these things and she's going out of her way to make all this happen. But it cracks me up to think like we haven't sold those shows out because it's just like it's like a no-brainer. Like if you want that opportunity, I mean, we're really kind of spoiling the Northwest, with her presence, and an EOE experience on, like all of it. Like she's like the cherry on top, It's just crazy to me because it's like we haven't sold them out. So it's just so funny because some people are going to get a great experience and people are going to miss out and it's going to be crazy. So, yeah, I mean, come on. Like Kyla's out of, right now that we can guarantee she's out of 6 shows, right? On the the Northwest or West tour, right? West Coast tour right now. She's literally at 5 of them. Like that we can guarantee. And it's mind-boggling to think like it's not sold out. Like it's crazy to me. So, anyways, I'm gonna take a sip of this. It doesn't suck for those on the East Coast because here's the thing you got to remember. See, like, we got to stop with the negativity, people. Like, it doesn't get you anywhere. It doesn't help. When you worry about stuff, fear, like, I understand, like, those are general things and we all deal with it. I also understand that like, there are, people have conditions, like our daughter, Taylin, she has anxiety issues. Like she has anxiety, like a problem. Noah, you guys know, like his situation. He's got, he's on the autism spectrum, whatever. It's like, and he has Asperger's, and it's like, so we've been dealing with that stuff, but it's like, it doesn't help just throwing out negativity. Like what you focus on, you give power to. So if you focus on the saying like, and this is my Papa Bear message right now, right? But like honestly, think about it. If you say something like, it sucks that Kyle's not going to be at these shows or whatever. Like, yeah, good for everybody on the West Coast, not great for everybody on the East Coast. It sucks. Well, you know what? Then, like, yeah, it's going to suck because that's what you're thinking about. But actually, there's a lot of opportunity there. And if we were to go, instead of doing that, and turn around and go, you know what? That's awesome. Good for all those people. And, hey, gosh, maybe there's a way that, like, I can help someone get some tickets over there. And then, if this thing grows and gets bigger here and it happens, then there's more locations and more opportunity over here in the East. And so, yeah, it might be a matter of a little bit of time, but we can make it happen. It's like instead of looking at everything like it's it's just negative. I know when I get stuck in that negativity, oh my gosh. And I do. I worry. I get pissed. I get, upset. And I got to tell you, ugh. Like, it's the worst. It is like poison to the soul, to the heart. It does nothing for you. You know? And I try to teach it to my daughter, and I watch her go through it and worry all the time and stuff. And I'm not talking about like little, you know, like, oh, she gets worried here and there. No, I'm telling you, like she literally, you know, every time we go on an airplane, she's got to know that there's going to be a bathroom on it, because one time we took a small plane, like a small private plane, but for like a, you know, it was like a 45-minute ride, and it didn't have a bathroom on it, right? And it's like, and she got concerned, even though it's 45 minutes. It's like nothing, you know, wheels up, wheels down. But so now, even when we fly overseas, she asks every time, Dad, there's a bathroom on the. I'm like, yes, Taylin, there are bathrooms on the plane. And now we've made it a joke that we finally got to a place where it's kind of silly, but she still wonders about it. But she's also done such a great job, and I'm so proud of her, because she's helped herself to, like, she's overcome that one anxious moment, or like idea or thought, and or fear, you know, that worry. And so I'm seeing her win too. And if she can do it, you can do it. And we really should start thinking more positively, because what you focus on, you give power to. Don't ever forget that. What you focus on, you give power to. So if you're focused on having a good day or having things going great, you know what? They are going to go great. And even if they don't go as planned, or they get tough, here's the cool thing. If you're focused on it's going to be a great day today, and then something crappy happens, guess what? It doesn't mean you were wrong. It just means that how you look at your day. Okay, how do I turn this into a great moment? How do I turn this around so I can have that great day? Because that's what I want to have. Once again, what you focus on, you give power to. Right? So let's focus on the positive here. Instead of, it's going to suck for this person or these people or da-da-da. Well, what about the Southwest? We can sit here and say, well, it sucks for them. Their whole run's not even there yet. The whole thing sucks. We can say it sucks for Canada. We can say it sucks for Brazil. We say it sucks for Australia. I mean, gosh, now I start thinking about it. Since I'm focused on it and I'm giving power to it, man, this all really sucks. Like, it doesn't help us. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's me running through a whole, like, little life lesson for you. Because it doesn't suck. It's like, it's not about it. It's like, yeah, we're not there yet, but we're getting there. Hey, we're figuring this out. You know? And you can figure it out too. You know, we can do this together. So let's do it together. That's why I'm on here doing this with you. So let's not make it suck for the East Coast. All right? Because it doesn't suck for the East Coast. But let's make it not suck, or make it suck less, I guess, or whatever. However you want to look at it, let's just do it. Let's figure it out. You know? I'm doing everything I can. You can't expect me to do everything on my own. You know, I can't. This is actually getting bigger to a point where I can't control everything, and I don't want to. To be honest with you, I want to be an artist. I want to be me. I don't get to do that a lot. I spend 80% of my time as an independent musician. I spend 80% of my time working on business stuff, trying to get everything working. And you want to talk about something that sucks? Yeah. I've been going through hell hell and back the last couple months, trying to figure all this stuff out and trying to wear too many hats and do everybody's job, because people weren't doing their job, you know. And I gotta fix the Shopify stuff still, and I've got like, and all I want to do is I just want it to run right, you know. And it's like, and look, I have good people, and I make good choices on, you know, on the people that I work with. But sometimes things happen, agendas change, ideas change. People say they're going to do one thing, they do another. I mean, I can't read people's minds, you know. I do the best to pick the right people, and, you know, push comes to shove. They say one thing, and then they do something else. I'm learning a lesson of trying to figure it out and get them on the right track, and, like, literally go, okay, nope, all right, we're going to review this again, and that's why I'm bringing people onto my inner circle that can help me with this and get the right people on board. But, look, life doesn't suck. Life can be hard, and it's been terrible for me lately. I mean, even as Kyler. Like, she was happy that I had to get out and go to rehearsal, because I had some really bad moments. Some really, really bad moments. You know, just so frustrated, so mad, and couldn't sleep, hadn't been sleeping at all. And so I had my freakouts. and it just feels terrible inside. And so finally I was like, you know what? Like, I have so much that I could be worried about and concerned about, but I'm not going to anymore. I'm just going to let it go. And I'm going to continue to put my focus on making it better. That's all I can do right now. I can't change everything. I can't turn back time. I can't give you more time, push back more shows, or push back these shows any further. If you can't make it, you can't make it. If you make it, great. But I can tell you what's in my control and in my hands right now are these shows, and trying to make them the best possible. And in order to do that, and in order to have more shows, I know that I've got to make business sense. We need to sell these tickets. We need this to happen. I say we, I mean you. Us. We've got to do this together. Okay? That's the only way this is going to work. Because if we are successful here, we can be successful later. That's it. We're almost on 2 hours, people. This is crazy. I'm probably supposed to be down in the studio. That's right. Thank you. And I love you just said that. East Coast shows are going to be awesome because you're going to more places than you did last year. Exactly. See, that is exactly the mindset we have to have. Let's have fun with it. This should be like a coming out party. This should be like a, yes, this is amazing. Amazing opportunity. Like, all right, we got a few more shows than we did last time. It's not just New York this time. We're going to Baltimore. We're going to Teaneck, New Jersey. I don't know what that is. We're doing Nashville. We're doing Pittsburgh. Come on. Did anybody think that we'd be doing Pittsburgh? And yet, people are complaining. Like, aside from the information stuff, I understand that. The information needed to be out there. And that's what we cleared up, okay? So, hey, I've already told you guys, I've been just as frustrated. And there's been a lot on my hands, and I've been trying to make it all work, and that's why we're doing what we're doing right now. But now that you can't say that you don't have that information, you have plenty of time, actually. Talk about something else that doesn't suck for the East Coast. It ain't next week. It ain't next week. You guys have time to figure out how you're going to get there. Make it happen. Like, there's still tickets. If I say, like, look, Baltimore and NYC right now, those are the two shows that we know that Kyler's going to be at, and you are a huge Kyler fan and not just an EOE fan or whatever, and you want to be there and you want to meet her and all that kind of stuff, then you know what? It doesn't suck, because there's still tickets available until they're sold out. So guess what? It doesn't actually really suck. I mean, I know some of you are saying you got to drive 8 hours or 12 hours or whatever. It's like, you know what? I leave 2 days ahead for the East Coast tour because I got to drive from LA. In fact, all of us are driving from LA. I'm going to be on the road for, I got to get all the way over to Nashville first, right? And that's right there. That drives 23, 24, 28 hours. You want to talk about driving? And then I got to go from there. It's another 9 hours up to Pittsburgh. And then I got to drive from there. We're driving the whole thing. It's too expensive to fly, and I got to pull a big old trailer behind me too, like with all the equipment, And we're gonna be in this cool little Sprinter van, and I think what we're gonna do is along the way is we're just gonna have some fun along the way, and we will do those scavenger hunt things, and we're just gonna show up at places, we're just pulling through, pulling our trailer, and we have a awesome bus thing, so, but it's like we're gonna be driving too. So, hey, if I'm willing to drive, you should be able to drive. You can figure it out. You can get there, Set up a GoFundMe page if you don't have the money to do it or for the travel. Reach out. Use community, do stuff like that, Reach out, to us and let us know what's going on. There's always solutions. We can solve things if that's what we focus on. Find the solution. Don't focus on the problem. Find the solution. Yes. And go on to the community forums on Create Change. Right? Like as Angelo just said. Because, look, that's a place, those communities are there literally to create change. They are solution-based forums where you're going to get a lot of positivity. And you're going to get a lot of, you're going to be able to solve issues and things. And how good does it feel when you're a part of that? Be a part of the solution and join the forums and get involved, Like I said, this is like, these are a safe place to get up there and express your ideas. And anybody that starts talking smack on there or does anything, literally, you're gonna get the boot so fast, it will never happen. We moderate it. You know, you got to agree to the terms too, because you're gonna be a part of these forums. Guess what? You can't be a cyberbully, because we'll banish you. You're gone. And I'm telling you something right now too, just so you all know, because I want to get back on that really quick. And then I'm gonna wrap this up. But I'm gonna tell you something, because this is super, super important. Is for Kyle and I, like, if we catch you doing any more of this bullying and stuff, anybody doing it. I'm not pointing a finger at anybody here. I don't know if you have, you haven't. Okay? I'm speaking to anybody that has, stop. Because if you don't, and we're going to find out really quick, because like I said, I already know a lot of people that have. And I'm going to tell you something. We're going to unfollow, and you will not be invited to shows. You will not be invited to be a part of anything. We'll have you on a blacklist. We'll blacklist you. You will not be a part of the forums. You will not be part of Create Change. Because you know what? That's not what we're about. We ain't going to do it. And Kyler is like, no way. No way. So we're of the same thing. It's like you will be blacklisted from everything we do. So change about face right now and make it, like, just head the other way. Because you're just wasting time anyways in your life doing something that's just ridiculous. Like, it doesn't help you. And you got to live with yourself. You got to deal with that every day. Do you really want to deal with that? Do you really want to, like does it make you feel good? It can't. It can't make you feel good. Because you're doing something terrible to yourself and to others and to my community, to my brand, to me, to Kyler. Like, no. I won't be having it. But to create change, no. That's poison. That's poison. Ain't gonna happen. So, all right, y'all. Here's the thing. That's right. Hashtag not all heroes wear capes. Hashtag spread love. I love it. Yeah, you know what? People always talk crap. Look. I love it. I love it. Talk as much crap on me as you want. I honestly, I don't give up. I don't, because I know who I am. And you know what? The funny thing is, see, I already win in that situation. Because if you are talking smack on me, then guess what? I win. Why? Because I'm probably out rehearsing, playing, laughing, giggling, having a good time, and all you're focused on is talking smack. And you're wasting your time in your day doing something like that, where I have complete freedom. I'm not thinking about you. I'm not thinking about, like, you're not even a thought. Like, not even like a little thought bubble. Not even a small little question mark in my mind. I don't even like, you're nowhere on my map. You're not registered in my mind anywhere. I'm doing my thing. I'm loving life. I'm out doing whatever I want to do. And you are stuck there on your little phone or on your computer talking smack about me while I'm out living life and enjoying it and living large. So, yeah. When it comes to trolls and all that kind of stuff, come one, come all. Because I win in the end. You're wasting your time. And I'm out living life. So, I don't care if people talk crap. Let them talk crap. I don't have time. I'm not going to give that time. But I'll tell you one thing, like I said, it comes back to the bullying stuff. That I got a problem with. And, I know that hashtag not all heroes wear capes, but I'll tell you one thing. I will put a cape on and some boxing gloves. I'm going to come find you. I just don't deal with that stuff. Obviously, I'm not going to literally I'm not throwing a cape, but I probably wouldn't throw on boxing gloves. Because I just, violence is not the answer to anything. Okay, we got too much of it as it is, but I will tell you, however we can show our support and respect for those that are bullied, and to show where we stand as a community, as Create Change, as artists, as, as people that stand for unity. we're going to make sure we go out of our way to rid ourselves of any of that poison, because there's no place for it within our sphere of influence, and I won't have it anymore. We got the crest. Yes, I know. I need to get a cape. I should. I should get a cape. Oh, I like what you just said. Pay no mind to those talking about you behind your back because they're already behind you. That is an awesome quote. Angelo, grab that, dude. We need to put that on something. I love that. Yeah, you know what? And the funny thing is with the whole bullying stuff is, or like the talking smack and all that kind of stuff, here's the thing. Like when it comes down to it, this is what's cool, is I get to actually we get to focus on the solution. So hopefully, because it is happening, and this is once again, what you focus on, you get power to. I could sit here and be like, oh, I'm worried, all that stuff. That doesn't get me anywhere. But because I'm focused on the solution, it's actually kind of cool because without the bullying happening right now, we wouldn't be focused on it and trying to come up with a solution. Well, what if that solution works out so well here that we can get it into curriculums into schools? And what if we can actually eradicate bullying, like cyberbullying and all that kind of stuff? We'd save a lot of lives. We'd help a lot of people. So it's like kind of, if you focus on it from that angle, that perspective, which is about problem solving, and it is a positive way to look at it. Because there is a problem, there's a solution. What you focus on, you give power to. So they're talking smack and doing all the stuff they're going to do, fine. I don't care. Someone says my music sucks. Well, you know what? What I say to them, you're just not ready for it yet. You ain't ready for the future. That's fine. I don't care. I ain't scared. Do whatever you want to do. Go listen to your other music. Go make your own. Good luck. To each his own. That's what being an artist is all about. It's your perspective. It's your creativity. Not everybody's going to understand it. Come on, haven't you ever stood there like a painting and gone or you looked at like a sculpture and what? What was that? Or like a fashion designer or a song. I mean, something's just like, okay, that's not good. Well, who is anybody to say someone's art isn't good? It means it's really what we're saying is we just don't like it. But we don't connect with it. Okay. That's fine. Then go find an artist or something, piece of art or music or that you do connect with. That's why there's diversity. That's why we're unique. That's why we're different. Those are all good things. I don't have a problem with people not liking what I do or not liking me. You don't like me? Fine. But don't be silly. Don't sit there and waste your time talking about you don't like me, how much you don't like me, because then you're kind of like working against yourself, really. Help yourself out. Just shut up. Carry on with something else that you do like, because you're wasting your life in a negative manner for no reason. It's ridiculous, and it makes me laugh. See, I win. I don't care. I don't care because you're wasting your time. You're wasting your life away talking about how much you don't like me or talking smack on me, and I'm living my life and living large and having fun. I win. You can't win that battle. So go for it. Enjoy the rest of your life in your own prison of East of Eli. East of Eli prison because of the mind. It's brilliant. I win. I actually think I could do this for seriously. I really could just do this for like a week, but I do have to get going because you know what? I got to go. I'll tell you what I'm going to do for you. We got our Facebook Live thing coming up. We're working out the kinks with it coming up. Team Jamber is jamming. They're killing it. So they're working all that out for me. But I will see you guys in just a little bit when I'm down at the rehearsal studio. I know Cost is down there doing their thing, knocking it out. But I'll do a little bit of periscoping there. And then we're trying to actually set up the Facebook Live. It's just going to be a few songs we're going to do. I'm not going to do a whole concert because I can't reveal all the new stuff. You're going to have to show up to the shows to hear that. But I will do some. We're trying to work on the sound and the technical side to make sure that it actually sounds good because we're trying not to just do it off our phone. We're going to try to do it through like a little software program and stuff, so we can actually get you some decent sound, so you can kind of hear what it's going to sound like. So you'll hear some of the songs you already know. You'll get a little glimpse of that LED wall, and we're going to be rock and rolling here in just a bit. So I love y'all. Peace. Keep it real. Be well. And I'll see you all soon. Join the forums. Buy your tickets. Encourage others to buy tickets. And bring some love to the world. Some peace. All right? Keep it real.